What's good here? It's Wrestle King here, and today I am giving out my WrestleMania 40 predictions. We're going to go through every match that's on the card for night one and night two, and I'm going to give my prediction who I think is going to win, any hot takes on how I think the match is going to go. I don't know the order the match card is going to be in. I'm just going to go in the order that I see fit and how I would probably do the match card, but I'm not sure how they're going to do it. But I'm just going to go in order and how I think it's going to go. The first match I think is going to. Well, I know which matches are on night one and night two. I just don't know what order they're going to be in, the night. But what I think is going to open the show on night one is Rey Mysterio and Dragon Lee versus Santos Escobar and Dominic Mysterio. This this is the match I'm least excited for, mainly because this was kind of thrown in last minute. And yes, they all have history with each other, but I was kind of disappointed of them adding Dragon Lee because originally I felt like they should have put Carlito in this situation. I feel like it would have made it more interesting. And I like Dragon Lee. I just don't think Dragon Lee deserves a WrestleMania spot, mainly because he hasn't even been on TV that often. And I ain't gonna lie, I feel like they're kind of overdoing it with him because originally he was pushing him, saying he was going to be the next Rey Mysterio. He's the next luchador over Rey Mysterio. I get what they're trying to do, but it's like, I feel like they should just let it come naturally instead of trying to force this whole he's the next Rey. And plus, I really wanted a faction versus faction match. I feel like that would have made this way more entertaining. Do a 5v5 with LWO members and Legado del Fantasma. Include Electra Lopez and Selena Vega. I feel like that would have helped a lot. But this match, I think, will be solid. But this match can really go out the way because part of me feels like they're going to give it to Rey and Dominic only because they added Dragon Lee. I'm like, why did they add Dragon Lee to this match? Like, I don't think they're going to add Dragon Lee because they really are high on him and they put him in this match for a reason. But I have seen some rumors that they may do a Carlito heel turn. I don't know if that's going to happen. Maybe it's too soon, but I really feel like Dominic and Santos should get this W, and I'm going to go with Dominic and Santos. I think Dominic and Santos Escobar needs the W. They are more deserving, and I think Rey Mysterio and Dragon Lee can take a loss because Rey's a legend. He's established, and plus, Dragon Lee, I don't know how much fans really care for Dragon Lee, so a loss isn't going to hurt him. I think Dominic and Santos take the W. They're going to cheat in some way. They're not going to win cleanly. It's going to be some type of shenanigans for sure. Next up, we have the 6-woman tag match between Jade Cargill, Bianca Belair, Naomi versus Damage Control with Io Sky, Asuka, and Dakota Kai. This match right here, this is very obvious. Jade Cargill, like we already know. Jade Cargill, Bianca, and Naomi are winning this match. There's no reason for Damage Control to win. Zero. There's no logical reason. Jade Cargill is easily winning this match. It's her debut match outside of the Royal Rumble. I think this match may be a squash match. I don't think this match is going to be long. This match is not going to be long. This is going to be like 10 minutes tops. I don't think this is going to be a good match either. I think this is going to be a squash match. I think they're going to have Jade Cargill dominate every woman, and I think she's going to take the pin. I think this is just a match to showcase Jade Cargill's dominance. I really don't think this match doesn't even need to be that long. I'm excited for it, but it's really because of Jade Cargill. There's not really much story. I mean, the story is mainly Bianca and Naomi was getting attacked by Damage Control, and Naomi is helping Bayley. Bianca really doesn't care for Bayley. She's just helping Naomi. So, and then Jade Cargill ended up helping them out when they was getting jumped. But this match I'm excited for, but it's mainly because of Jade Cargill. But I have Jade Cargill, Bianca, and Naomi winning. It's the only logical choice here. Next up, we got the Undisputed Tag Titles. We got the ladder match between DIY, Awesome Truth, The New Day, New Catch Republic, Judgment Day, of course, and then Austin Theory and Grayson Waller. This match is going to be a banger. This match is going to be so much fun, man. I'm very excited for this match. Now, they have been, on WWE, they have been saying that the match will not end until both titles are grabbed. So if they're going with that logic, I think they're going to split the tag titles. Everyone wants these titles split. They need to split them. It's time. They need to split them. We need titles on Raw. We need titles on SmackDown because even with them being undisputed tag team titles, they rarely ever defend it on SmackDown. We need these split, and I think they will. I think Awesome Truth will collect one tag titles, and I think R-Truth is going to grab the Raw titles. I think R-Truth is going to grab it, and it kind of fits because it's R-Truth, his character, him being delusional, not the smartest guy. He's going to grab it, thinking they won. Then I can see the Miz saying, grab the other one, grab the other one. The R-Truth is confused. He thinking it's over. And then on SmackDown, I want New Catch Republic to be the tag team champions, but I think they're going to give it to Austin Theory and Grayson Waller. I think they're going to give the heel champion. I think they're going to give the heels a championship in the tag team division. I think they're going to give Awesome Truth their moment, but I also think they're going to give kind of a bit of a bittersweet moment too with Austin Theory and Grayson Waller. I think they're going to give them the SmackDown tag titles. I think when R-Truth is distracted, Austin Theory or Grayson Waller are going to climb up the ladder super fast. They're not going to do it slow. No, they're going to climb it up fast and then grab it, and they're going to be the SmackDown tag team titles. This match is going to be really good. This could potentially match of the night just by it being a ladder match. But I'm very excited. But I got Austin Truth and Austin Theory, Grayson Waller winning that match. Next up, we got Jey Uso versus Jimmy Uso. I'm going to be honest here. I'm excited for this match, but the build has been very lackluster. Outside of them doing the Royal Rumble, them being 1 and 2, and outside of one promo segment, they haven't really built up to it. But they really are relying on the history, of Jimmy Uso costing Jey Uso, I think like 4 championship matches. I think so, because he cost him against Roman. He cost him against Seth, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe he did. I know he cost him the U.S. title, and he cost him the Intercontinental title against Gunther. Yeah. No, he didn't cost him against Seth Rollins. I think he cost them their tag team champions when he was with Cody. Yeah. So he cost them 4 times. He cost them 4 championships. I'm going to be honest here. I think Jimmy Uso needs the victory here. Mainly because I love Jimmy heel character, him playing this like super over the top goofy character, but I think he needs it more because he's not built up as a threat. But I think they're going to give Jey Uso to here. I think they're going to give it to Jey Uso, of course, because he's main event Jey Uso. He's the bigger star. Plus, he kind of needs his get back because he never really got revenge for Jimmy costing him all those opportunities. So I think they're going to give it to Jey here. And I think after this match, Jimmy Uso will get kicked out of the bloodline by him losing to Jey. So I think eventually Jey and Jimmy will be back together. So I'm going to give the W to Jey. Very excited for that match. Next up, I have Gunther versus Sami Zayn. This build has been very solid. I really love the addition of Chad Gable being in the mix. A lot of people are hating on this match because they really wanted Chad Gable to win, but people need to understand that if you have Chad Gable in this match, I don't know what you're expecting because Chad Gable, no offense, would have just lost because, in my opinion, as good as they've done a decent job with this build, Gunther is retaining. He's retaining his champion. I just don't see Sami Zayn winning. Now, a lot of people are projecting that Chad Gable would interfere and cost Sami the match. That doesn't really make sense because the whole reason why people love Chad Gable is because he's a babyface. I don't get the point of turning him heel and then have him dethrone Gunther. You could still do the Chad Gable storyline, just have him stay babyface. I don't get that logic. It doesn't really make sense. So I think Gunther will retain, but I think this match is going to be a banger, though. I think they're going to have, Sami do the overcoming the odds like he typically does. I think Gunther will dominate this match. I think they're going to have Gunther dominate 80% of the match. And then Sami Zayn is going to, make a comeback. It looks like Sami's about to put him away, but then Gunther is going to end it in his, him coming back in his, when wrestlers power up. He's going to put a stop to that, and then Gunther will retain. I think Gunther is going to retain because I think he's going to hold this title for 1,000 days. He's going to hold this title probably until Bash at Berlin because I know they have a pay-per-view in Berlin. They're definitely going to have Gunther have a title. There's no way Gunther doesn't have a title at Bash at Berlin. So Gunther is going to retain here. Next up, I have Rhea Ripley versus Becky Lynch. I'm excited for this match. I'm really excited for this match. They've done a decent job at the build for the most part, especially in the past 2 weeks with their interactions, constantly having brawls with security breaking them up. Really good. You have the now and the future in Rhea Ripley, and then you have the past trying to see, does she still have it? Is she still the top woman in the division in Becky Lynch? A lot of people are hating on the lot of Becky Lynch, and a lot of people are hating if Becky Lynch wins this match. Me personally, Becky Lynch is my favorite women's wrestler of all time. Even though I think Rhea Ripley will win and think she should win, I really wouldn't be mad if Becky Lynch wins. Mainly because I love Rhea Ripley. She's my second favorite women's wrestler of all time. But her title reign has been very mid. It would have been bad if it wasn't for that Nia Jax match. And it would have been bad if it wasn't Rhea Ripley. If this was any other person, this would have been a bad reign. It's just very mid. Now, it's not her fault. It's mainly the booking. That's why I'm not really mad if Becky Lynch wins, because Becky Lynch is still a credible person. And plus, it'll be nice to see a new person hold the title. Now, I think Rhea Ripley is going to hold this title for any longer, possibly even into next WrestleMania. Possibly. That's how dominant she is, because I don't know who could beat her, because she feels like the most dominant woman by a long, it's not even close who's on Rhea Ripley level. It's Rhea Ripley and everybody else. Like, literally. Like, no one else is on Rhea Ripley's level. But I really wouldn't be mad if Becky Lynch wins, because I would like to see the title change hands. But I really don't think Rhea Ripley is going to lose. This is just a passing of the torch moment. This is just to add on to Rhea Ripley, make her look more dominant. The fact that she was able to beat 2 of the 4 horsewomen, that's definitely going to be very impressive on her resume. Plus, Becky Lynch, for the past 2 years, ever since losing to Bianca at WrestleMania 38, all she's done is put over talent, put over Zoe Stark. She even put over Trish Stratus, even though Trish Stratus is already a legend, but she put her over. She even put over NXT talent, losing to Lyra Valkyria. Like, she put over talent over for the past 2 years. So she's definitely just going to put Rhea Ripley over in this match. But Rhea Ripley will retain. Then, of course, we have the main event of night 1. Cody Rhodes, Seth Rollins versus Rock and Roman Reigns. This build has been wild. Starting off with Cody Rhodes giving up his WrestleMania spot, then fighting for it back, with the Rock slapping Cody Rhodes at the WrestleMania press conference. Like, this build has been really good, really amazing. With Seth Rollins wanting to, tear down the bloodline, doesn't want Roman to get any more power. Like, this build has been really good, really amazing, really excited for this match. Now, I think it is a bit predictable of who's winning this match, but a lot of people have the idea of Seth or Rock turning on one of them. I don't think no one's going to turn, not in this match specifically, but it would be interesting. I think Rock and Roman are going to win this match, but I think The Rock is going to win the match for them, and Cody's going to get pinned, because I think the whole point of this story is Cody overcoming the odds, and this match particular this match is so important because this dictates the night 2 main event. If Cody and Seth win, Bloodline are barred from ringside. If Roman and Rock win, it's Bloodline rules, anything goes. And I think you got to have the Bloodline win. You have to have Cody overcome the odds, especially if he gets pinned by The Rock. That's only going to add more fuel. I think Rock and Roman win this match to have the Bloodline rules match, and I think they're going to have a lot of shenanigans in night 2 main event, which we're going to get to later in the video. Now we're going to start off with night 2. I think this is going to be the opening match for night 2. We got Bobby Lashley, the Street Profits, versus the Final Testament in a street fight. Thank God this is a street fight. Because, man, this feud is so boring and dull. Like, I have zero interest in this feud. I'm actually interested in this match more than Santos Escobar and Dominic and Rey Mysterio and Dragon Lee. I'm more interested in the Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits than that. Only because it's a street fight. If they didn't have the street fight, I would not have been interested. But the fact that they added a street fight, I think this match will deliver to some degree. This feud, I'm hoping this is it. This is the blow-off feud. This feud is kind of tough because part of me is saying Bobby Lashley and them should win, but the Final Testament needs something. They need something, because If Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits win this match, this doesn't help them at all. They're in the same spot they were in before, and they're still going to. But if they lose the match, they're not going to get any worse either. They're not going to fall down the card. Fans are still going to love them. But the way they're building this up, it feels like Bobby Lashley is going to win because ever since this feud started, Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits haven't been able to win or be able to get the one up on the Final Testament. Every single time, it's the Final Testament constantly whooping them every single time. It would be weird if they just dominate this whole entire thing. So I'm actually going to go with Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits. I think they're going to give them the actual win here. Now, I think the Final Testament should win only because they need it more. But I'm going to go with Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits. I'm going to go with them winning. I think this match will be good just because it's a street fight. If it wasn't a street fight, I wouldn't be interested. Next up, we got LA Knight and AJ Styles. This has been a really solid feud. You know, you got LA Knight kind of costing AJ Styles his qualifying match to go to Elimination Chamber. AJ Styles end up, being upset of that, saying that he's the reason why he couldn't qualify to go to Elimination Chamber. Then at Elimination Chamber, AJ Styles flew 30 hours to hit LA Knight with a chair to cost him the match to end up winning the Elimination Chamber. Then you have later on, you have LA Knight pulling up to AJ Styles' house, reminiscing of like Triple H and Randy Orton's feud. This has been a really solid feud. I really like this match. Really like this feud. LA Knight has to win this match. No ifs, ands, or buts. He has to win this match. Like, it has to be LA Knight. AJ Styles is an established star. He's a Hall of Famer, first ballot. He's immediately going to the Hall of Fame. LA Knight needs this. He's the new rising star. He's the new guy they're building up. LA Knight needs to win this match. No ifs, ands, or buts. I really don't have much to say about this, to be honest with you. I just think LA Knight needs to win. Both guys have been doing a decent job on this. Plus, LA Knight was on the Mania card last year after he was already super popular. The fact that he was able to put him into the Mania card this year, really happy for him. But I think this is a big win to finally push him to the next stage of his career, whether it's for the world title or mid-card title, whatever. But LA Knight needs to win this match. Next up, we got Io Sky and Bayley for the WWE's Women's Championship. This has been building up for basically 2 years when Bayley first, came out with Damage Control against Bianca Belair, formed a faction Damage Control, and for the longest time, Damage Control was basically a joke with them constantly losing matches, mainly Bayley, which was very disrespectful. You got one of the four horsewomen constantly going on a long losing streak. That was low-key making me mad, but I'm so happy for Bayley being in this position because what Bayley was just like 5 months ago, oh man, no one could have predicted that she would be in this situation 5 months ago. With her constantly losing match after match, constantly looking like a jobber, with her losing to Shotzi of all people. Like, no offense to Shotzi, but why is Bayley, that mini feud with Shotzi cut her hair and Bayley was scared of her? Like, that was so dumb. And then having her lose to Shotzi too, like, of all people, Shotzi she's losing to. That's one of the four horsewomen. Why is she losing to Shotzi? But so glad they're building her back up. And, of course, with the constant losing, Io Sky, Dakota Kai, all of them constantly kind of getting fed up with Bayley. Kind of felt like they didn't need her anymore. Eventually ended up kicking her out after they was kind of playing her. They did kind of like the Batista face turn with Bayley when Bayley figured out that they've been talking behind her back. She ended up eventually choosing her instead of Rhea Ripley for the World Heavyweight Championship. This has been really solid build for the most part. I'm glad they're finally here because for the longest time we thought the heel turn or face turn would have been happened, but good we're finally here. Gonna be honest, this is one of the two matches that I would be mad if a particular winner don't win this match. And Bayley needs to win. Bayley has to win. If Bayley don't win this match, I would be legitimately angry. And it's not even because I'm a Bayley fan. It's because they built this story up to Bayley where she kind of has to win. Also, too, no offense to Io Sky, but it's time. No offense to her title reign, but it's been trash. If we're being honest, it's been trash. It's been trash. She's barely defended the title. And it's kind of hard to be a champion when you can't really talk. Now, she can talk. She just has a very thick accent, so it's hard for her to cut promos. But also, too, they haven't really built up Io Sky that to be an interesting character. It's just time. Put it on someone else. Bayley needs this championship. I have Bayley winning this match. Next up, we got the U.S. triple threat, U.S. title match for the triple threat between Kevin Owens, Randy Orton, and Logan Paul. This match is going to be really good. There's not really much of a feud here for the most part. The main, we originally had the feud between KO and Logan Paul with, they had that match at Royal Rumble, which was really good, with KO end up getting caught. Well, KO cheated, but he ended up getting caught with the brass knuckles after Logan Paul tried to use it first. So Logan Paul ended up retaining, and then Randy Orton ended up getting added into the match. He ended up feuding with Randy Orton when Logan Paul cost Randy Orton the Elimination Chamber match, with him using the brass knuckles to knock Randy Orton out, which gave Drew McIntyre the win. This match is really interesting. It's going to be really good, but I'm going to go with Logan Paul here. It only makes sense, especially because I know that SummerSlam is going to be in Cleveland, Ohio, where Logan Paul is from, and Logan Paul was the one that announced it, and he's already the poster child for that event, so he's going to retain. I want Kevin Owens to win this match so badly. Kevin Owens is very underrated. I think he's I wouldn't say underappreciated, because he's in like high main event like caliber feuds and stuff, but I really want him to have a championship. But Logan Paul is going to retain. That's why it's a triple threat, in my opinion. It's going to be some shenanigans. I think it's going to be something where Randy Orton probably RKOs Kevin Owens, and then Logan Paul comes out of nowhere, either use the brass knuckles, or he's going to just randomly toss Randy out the wing and then pin Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens is going to take the pin here for sure. But Logan Paul's retained, and he's going to hold this until SummerSlam, most likely. Next up, we have Seth Rollins and Drew McIntyre. This is the second match I'm referring to that if a certain wrestler don't win, I will be mad. Drew McIntyre has to win this match. I love Seth Rollins. This has been a good reign. I think he's been getting a little too much hate on the internet. I think his title reign has been good, but you kind of reached the peak. His title reign has peaked. There's not much left for him. It's time for Drew McIntyre. Time to give it to Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre has done amazing work ever since he turned heel. The constant jabs at CM Punk, the constant him being a bit of a hypocrite, but also giving good logic to why he does what he does. Also, too, it would be very disrespectful and kind of ruin Drew's character if Seth Rollins is able to have a tag match in night one and then win against Drew McIntyre after wrestling both nights. Like, that's a little excessive. Like, come on. You got to have Drew McIntyre win. Now, I do think Drew McIntyre is not going to win clean here, because I think I have two hot takes. I think The Rock is going to interfere in this match, because The Rock in one of his Instagram promos alluded to costing Seth Rollins his World Heavyweight Championship reign. He said that at any given moment, I can make that championship disappear off of you. And I think The Rock is going to interfere with Seth Rollins. Now, that's a hot take. I'm not fully confident in that, but the way they build Drew up, especially the past few weeks, Drew McIntyre was getting like really good wins, but a lot of his wins was coming off shenanigans with other people coming in, mainly the bloodline coming in and helping him. He beat Jey Uso, interference. Cody Rhodes, interference. I think they're going to have Drew McIntyre win, but it's going to be due to an interference as well. The other hot take I have, and I'm kind of wishing I'm wrong about this, I think Damian Priest is going to cash in. I think he's going to cash in at Mania. I think that's confirmed. I think there's no way he doesn't cash in at Mania. But I don't know. I think he will cash in, and I think he's going to do it successfully. Now, I think Damian Priest has gotten way too much hate for his Money in the Bank. I think people are over-hating it, and I think people are just hating it because it's Damian Priest, because they didn't want Damian Priest to win. They wanted LA Knight to win. And they talking about how they don't want to see him as World Heavyweight Champion. To be fair, I don't want to see it either. But it's mainly because there's other people I just want to see. And plus, I hated how people say that he takes forever to cash in. But to be fair, he was never cashing in anyway, because he was a tag team champion. It doesn't make sense for him to cash in when he has the tag titles. Because if he cash in successfully, he would be a double champ. And I highly doubt they was going to do that. But That's my other hot take in this match, that he will cash in and he's going to cash in successfully. I hope that doesn't happen because I really want to see this heel Drew McIntyre as champion. I want him to have it for at least a couple months, at least like a 4-month reign. Next up, we got Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes, the main event of night 2. Man, to be honest, this could really go either way. I'm going to go with Cody Rhodes. I think this is the year Cody Rhodes deserves to beat Roman Reigns. Last year, I was not on the Cody Rhodes hype train. I felt like Roman was the right winner. I still feel like Roman was the right winner. Regardless if The Rock came back, I still feel like Roman Reigns was the right winner on night 2. Of last year's WrestleMania. I didn't think Cody deserved it. This year, I think Cody absolutely deserves it. I think it's time. As I love Roman Reigns, I really don't want to see his reign end because Roman Reigns is the reason why I got back into wrestling. He's my second favorite wrestler of all time. I wouldn't even be mad if he retained, but I think they're going to have him lose. I think Cody is going to bring in a new era of wrestling. And I think that now a lot of people, and I think this is going to be overbooked. This is going to be overbooked, a lot of interference. This is going to be basically Avengers Endgame. They're going to have The Rock, Solo, Jimmy, all of them are going to show up. They're going to have Seth Rollins come in. Now, I heard that they're going to have potentially The Rock and Stone Cold and John Cena interfere because during last week's Monday Night Raw, well, the week before last week, they had when Cody Rhodes and The Rock segment, when The Rock was beating up Cody Rhodes, there was a bus, and it showed a bus of John Cena and Stone Cold. WWE does do that, especially under Triple H new booking. He does do subtle hints and Easter eggs. So I could definitely see that. This is going to be an Avengers Endgame. They're going to have all the members of the Bloodline come out, interfere, especially with it being Bloodline rules, anything goes. They're going to have Solo, Jimmy, The Rock come out to interfere. They're going to have, Jimmy Uso, Jey Uso, Seth Rollins is going to come out, potentially Stone Cold coming out, John Cena. You could have Sami Zayn come. They're going to have everyone come out. This is going to be super overbooked, over the top. And it's going to be legendary. This is going to be we're going to be talking about this for decades. This match is going to be special, but I think Cody Rhodes going to win. You kind of have to have him win, especially with the way they built it up. Cody Rhodes, I think he will win this match. I think he deserves to win this match after building him up for a year. I think it's the right call. And I think after this, they're going to build up Roman and The Rock. They're going to build up Roman and The Rock. Now, they have rumors of people are speculating that Seth Rollins is going to turn on Cody and Rock is going to turn on Roman. I don't think anyone's going to turn here. I don't. I think Cody's going to win clean. But I think they're going to start building the feud of Rock and Roman after Roman loses. I don't think Rock is going to turn on Roman in the match and then help Cody win. I don't think it makes sense right now. I think Roman is going to lose, and then they're going to build up towards next year's WrestleMania between Rock and Roman. But those are my WrestleMania predictions. Leave your thoughts and opinions. Leave your predictions down below. What do you guys think of this WrestleMania card? Are you excited for WrestleMania? But yeah, those are my predictions. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, that's it.